So let's talk about this trade idea. Hey everybody, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Yankees are up 2-0. Hope you're feeling good about it because I am. I want to talk about this trade idea. There's an article in Sports Illustrated right now that talks about the Yankees addressing a hole next year, which could be third base or second base, by trading one of their starting pitchers. And that starting pitcher is Nestor Cortes. Okay, I proposed this idea a while ago, and it looks like it's starting to be talked about in articles too, which makes me believe it could be true. And again, they dangled Nestor Cortes. They were willing to dangle Nestor Cortes in any potential Jack Flaherty trade. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out. But it just goes to show he's got one more year of control left before he gets free agency. So I think the Yankees are probably going to shop him this offseason. Okay, but I want to get your take about this article. And by the way, if you're not subbed to this channel, hit that sub button. Hit that notifications as well. That way, when news comes out, when we go live, you're going to be at the front of the line. You'll always know it. And I thank you so much for it. So we're marching towards 22K subs, about 700 and change away. So your support is really, really greatly appreciated. So with that said, it is a Sports Illustrated article, and they're suggesting trading Nestor Cortes to the Dodgers for left-handed hitter Max Muncy. Okay, he's a 34-year-old left-handed hitter. Now, a couple of my angles here. Okay, this is an interesting one because it gives him an opportunity to move. Now he plays multiple infield positions, so you can essentially keep Jazz Chisholm at third base and play Muncy at second if you want to, or you could play Muncy at third and move Jazz Chisholm to second. Right? Either way, you're getting a second lefty bat in there. Significant lefty bat. And if you don't know, he's got almost 200 home runs in his career, but since 2018, he's hit 35 or more home runs 4 times. So he's got some serious power in his bat. This year, where do you go? 15 homers, 48 ribbies in only 237 at bats. So he's hitting, a home run every 15 at bats or so. So he's got some serious power. Okay, and again, as much as would Yankees to potentially look into trading for Ryan McMahon from the Rockies for third base, the ask is going to be probably Jason Dominguez or Spencer Jones. We know this already. So, and they've already told him that they weren't going to move him at the deadline. So I don't know if he's going to become available in the offseason, but we'll see. But Max Muncy, provides, I think, an intriguing possibility here. Again, there's a player that I profiled a couple months ago, Ben Shields. I don't know if you remember, big left-handed pitcher. He's in Double-A, but 106 innings pitched, 137 strikeouts with a 3.48 ERA. Could he be a lefty that they could bring up to replace and groom him and replace Nestor Cortes next year while Carlos Rodon's there? And maybe they may make another addition to the pitching stable as well. We don't know yet. But this allows them to move on from Nestor Cortes, got one year control, address a hole at a reasonable cost. Muncy's not afraid until 2027. He's a free fully signed this year. There's a club option for 2026 that they can exercise or not exercise. So he's got at least another one guaranteed year. But he's an unrestricted free agent in 2027. So there's 1 or 2 years. And again, he's 34 years old, but we don't need a long-term solution. This gives him an opportunity to groom a prospect, okay, along the way, and then eventually replace Max Muncy with somebody like a George Lombard or Roderick Gary, so something like that if those guys aren't traded for pitching. So there's plenty of possibilities here, and I think it's an intriguing idea, and I want to know what your thoughts are. Essentially, they would trade, according to this article, and I will attach it down below so you can read it yourself, trading Nestor Cortes to the Dodgers for Max Muncy. Again, Max Muncy's got some postseason heroics. Nestor Cortes has been one of the more reliable starters recently as well. So, but the Dodgers need pitching, clearly. The Yankees need to address third base, clearly. So I like Jazz Chisholm at third, but I think we're going to like him better at second. So this gives them the opportunity to kind of mix and match a little bit. And gives them another lefty bat with some power, especially since Anthony Rizzo might not be back next year. So he might be down a lefty bat. So this gives them an opportunity to replace him with one with some power. So I want to know what your thoughts are. But again, I always want to point something else out. The next game 3 is going to be tomorrow, and it's Clark Schmidt versus Matthew Boyd. And I think that I would expect some changes in this lineup as well. Why? Because Matthew Boyd's a lefty. I don't know if you remember him, but he was with the Detroit Tigers. But him and Michael Fulmer were the two big things there, and Tarek Skubal was just starting to come up. The three of those guys could have been together in Detroit. So he's with Cleveland now, Matthew Boyd, and he's a lefty. So I'm expecting to probably have Jose Trevino at the dish. And it wouldn't be a bad thing to give Austin Wells a day just to clear his head a little bit, relax, recover. He's reeling with the bat. It's almost non-existent. So, and there's no drop down in production. Jose Trevino when it comes to calling games and handling his pitchers. So, Trevino, I would expect to see in there. I would expect to maybe see even John Birdie in there in place of either Rizzo or Jazz Chisholm. Okay, I would expect to see him in there as well. And beyond that, I don't know. If Rizzo stays in there, I would move him up to the cleanup spot. And and if whoever is Austin Wells or Jose Trevino, I would move them down the lineup. Jose Trevino is naturally going to be down the lineup, obviously, but Austin Wells right now has no place being a cleanup hitter. And I think, Anthony Rizzo, if he was in there, would be a more suitable cleanup hitter between Judge and Stanton. Still a lefty bat. I think they want to keep that lefty-righty thing going. So I would definitely be considering that. But I would expect a little bit more of a right-handed heavy lineup for Game 3 against the lefty pitcher, Matthew Boyd, who was pretty solid versus the Tigers. So just something to keep in mind as well. Give me your thoughts, too. How would you mix and match the lineup for Game 3? And again, this is all hands on deck now. The Yankees are up 2-0. They have an opportunity, to go up even further and maybe clinch this thing in Cleveland. They are the best road team in baseball this year. So if they clinch it in Cleveland, that would be awesome. Not expecting it, but I'm not predicting it, but if they did, that would be awesome. And then we'll see who wins the series between the Mets and the Dodgers, and then we will play them in the World Series. So things to be excited about. I know I'm excited. I hope you are as well. But give me your thoughts about this article. Read it. Take a look. Let me know what you think. Nestor Cortes to the Dodgers from Max Muncy. Does it make sense to you? Could the Yankees replace him? And they can. They can replace him in-house too. So, which makes it a little bit more palatable to me. And again, he's only got 1 year left. So I would want to cash in on any value that we can extract from a team, particularly the Dodgers, who need pitching from the left-handed side. Nestor Cortes can help provide that. And then next month, he can help us address an infield problem that we'll have next year. So let's get into it. Have a great day, everybody. If anything else comes out, you will get it here. Peace.